Lately, I've been playing old school RuneScape. A lot of old school RuneScape. But one day, when I was doing a farming run, I stumbled across something peculiar. What is this thing doing here? The remains of a somewhat modern tractor in a medieval fantasy game? When you click it, it is called Ancient Machinery. On a quick examine gives us somewhat of an answer, and in classic Jagex fashion a wordplay joke. Oh dear, it looks broken. The joke refers to a popular tractor manufacturer, John Deere. However, the rest of the text leaves me with more questions than answers. Some form of ancient terraforming device. Interesting. Does this mean that Gielenor had a past where they had advanced technology? Technology we no longer see today and might have been forgotten to time? There's actually a word for these type of items. Anachronistic. Google provides the following definition. Belonging or appropriate to a period other than that being portrayed. This is often used in filmmaking. Like for example in my favorite show, Westworld, a show about a theme park in the future where rich people of society can go on holiday to immerse themselves in a curated Wild West themed world, where robots, almost indistinguishable from humans, act like the NPCs.
You're one of them, aren't you? You're not real.
While watching a show, it feels like you're watching a Wild West movie. But every now and then, they show you glimpses of technology that shouldn't exist. So, is Gielenor hiding a secret past where people had advanced technology? Where tractors were used to farm? Maybe. However, besides a few other anachronistic items like the prospector helmet, a helmet with built-in lights that never run out, blast furnaces, an invention that requires extremely precise airflow, or simply clockwork devices, there is little evidence of such a past within Gielenor. It isn't very far-fetched within the medieval fantasy genre to include themes like steampunk, which contains ancient steam-driven devices. And Gielenor features plenty of those type of devices in the current day, like for example the Elemental Workshop. So I was left with one final option, the OSRS Wiki. Here I found that this isn't the only ancient machinery tractor in Gielenor, but a second one resides just south of the farming guild in which what looks to be an overgrown shed. And on this wiki page I also found the answer to my question, what is a tractor doing in Gielenor? And the answer might be quite different than what you would expect. And to answer my question, we need to go back in time. Not the history of Gielenor, but the history of old school RuneScape's development. Originally, when Current was released, it looked very different from the Current we know today. Here on screen you could see what it once looked like. Understandably, people had a lot of criticism about the way the geographic design was structured. It looked square, unnatural, and inconsistent with the rest of Gielenor. People massively took to Reddit to complain. Then after the release of Winter Todd on the 8th of December 2016, What West shared this concept for a redesign of Kourend. Shortly after, followed an update to the geography of Kourend. The northern tundra area was expanded on, and changes were made to the other regions in Kourend. Then, in another update, they somewhat fixed the center of Kourend, making the castle more accessible, and really pulling all these zones together. This was followed by a few more updates, making the zones blend better together, adding details that really brought each zone to life and consistent with the rest of Gielenor, until it looked like the great Kourend we know and love today. However, Jagex did not do all of this alone. Remember when I said that people massively took to Reddit to complain for all of these updates? As usual, a lot of the feedback wasn't very constructive, but a few members of the community provided more than Jagex could have asked for. One Reddit user in particular shared his own design of what Kourend could look like, a highly detailed geographical map, including shops, agility shortcuts, stations and activities. This user even designed parts of Varlamore, which at the time did not even exist yet. The post went viral, gained attention of Jagex. Mod Matt K even posted very nicely designed. He also mentioned that they might take some inspiration out of the Redditor's design. And the username of that one Redditor was Gentle Tractor. And as a homage to the efforts they had put into the design, which greatly inspired Jagex to build the current we know and love today, they placed these two tractors into the game. So, does Gielenor hide a secret past of advanced technology? We simply do not know. What we do know is that the world we spent so many hours in isn't only built by Jagex, it is also formed by players like you and me, and definitely Gentle Tractor. This is my very first video on old school RuneScape, and I'm planning to do more in the near future. If you want me to cover a specific topic, then please tell me in the comments. And while you're there, like and subscribe, or even a share. It really helps me a long way on this new OSRS content adventure that I'm on. And I'm currently leveling up a group Ironman account, grinding towards 99 Hunter. And after I finish that goal, I'm a bit lost on what to do. I haven't done any bossing yet, and I'm a total noob on the PVM side of things. So if that's something you might be interested in, please let me know. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching. May we meet again soon.